Boy everyone, Marches here. Welcome to the channel. And today I'll be giving you the full performance review of the Adidas DROSE 11. So let's go. A lot of you have been requesting me to do a full performance review of the DROSE 11 and I gave in. Luckily it was on sale. I got this over at the flagship store over at BGC Adidas and it's around 50% off right now, but some colorways are still on SRP or the standard retail price, but some colorways too are on sale, including this one. So the colorway that I chose for my DROSE 11 is this very cream-like with white and black tones to it and some gold accents. So it's a very nice neutral color to the DROSE, and at the forefoot part of the DROSE 11, it has this knit material or textile mesh material, which is quite nice. They added a little bit more variety to the sneaker. While on the sides of the DROSE 11, it has this ripstop material that is kind of transparent on the lateral and middle side. And on the middle side where you can see the stripes, that is on black. On the lateral part, it's just white to give it a more minimal look to it, which I like in this colorway. And as for the thong, it has a regular thong that is stitched down to the footbed, and the lacing system is pretty regular. Very easy to put your foot in this sneaker, and very easy to adjust your lacing system, and it's very easy to customize the lacing system of the DROSE 11. And one thing to note about the lacing system of the DROSE 11, where I'm a little bit concerned, is the lace loops. It has a string. The lace loops are just string and stitched on the side panels. I hope that the threads are strong enough, but so far I cannot see any ripping of the threads whatsoever, so hopefully it stays that way. And as for the thong, the lower part of the thong is a little bit perforated, but it's nicely padded to give a very nice comfort around the top of your foot. And as for support, of course, around the forefoot area, the ripstop material is a very nice material, and it's a lightweight material at the same time, very supportive. Laterally, you're very much protected, and the cushion kind of goes up a bit to give you an extra lateral support around the forefoot area. And the ripstop doesn't stretch. Even the textile material around the forefoot is double layer, so it gives you that durability that you need. And I think this black panels also helps out in the support and durability around the forefoot area, because it's stitched down or under the outsole, so it won't move that much when you're doing lateral movements on the DROSE 11. And as for the heel part of the DROSE 11, it has a very nice padding around the heel and ankle area. It's a mid-cut sneaker. I'm glad that they made it into a mid-cut rather than to a high cut. So there's a little flexibility around your ankle, which is really good. And the thong really goes up and it's padded, and it didn't distract me at all when I was playing, even if the thong is really high. So that's a good thing. While as for Achilles pillows, there's not much Achilles pillows, but the whole padding around the heel is really thick. And heel lockdown, heel containment, I didn't have any problems there. My foot was really contained inside the sneaker. And as for heel cupping, this plastic that goes from the forefoot going to the back part acts as lateral support around the midfoot going to the heel part of the sneaker. Plus, it is the heel cup of the DROSE 11. But there is also an internal heel cup that you can find on the heel part of the DROSE 11. Ventilation durability of the upper is very nice for the DROSE 11. It has a very thin material, at the same time very supportive, and what's nice about it is it doesn't stretch at all. And now let's move on to the cushion part of the DROSE 11. It has a very nice full-length light strike. It is a little bit slimmer compared to the Dame series, but after breaking it in, it's a little bit lower to the ground compared to the Dames, but you can feel the bounces in the forefoot and a very nice impact protection around the heel part of the DROSE 11. And hopefully it doesn't bottom out. That's just my concern of the light strike, because I can see a lot of creases around the light strike foam, but currently you can still feel the bounce and impact protection in the forefoot and on the heel of the light strike of the DROSE 11. So like I said, it's closer to the ground, so court feel and responsiveness is very nice on the DROSE 11. And now let's move on to the outsole of the DROSE 11. As you can see, it's really wide around the forefoot area, giving a very stable ride in the sneaker. Even the heel has a very nice wide base. And as for the traction pattern, which really intrigued me on the DROSE 11, aside from a lot of you requesting me to review the DROSE 11, it has the same or similar traction pattern found in the DROSE 7, which I think is one of my favorite traction, and they reuse it here on the DROSE 11. So as for the traction, the grippiness of the DROSE 11, it's not as grippy as the ones that I had before, but it still gets the job done. It's very grippy. It has a squeak to it, but I remember my DROSE 7 has a very loud squeak and a very gnarly bite. I don't know if it's just because it has colors. I had my outsole on the DROSE 11 was a translucent one and the grip was really gnarly, but there's nothing bad about the traction of the DROSE 11. And I was actually playing one time on a dusty floor for the DROSE 11 and I didn't have any problems for a dusty floor. Dust pickup, no problems too. So I think this is one of the best tractions that are out now in the Adidas basketball line. I would like this, the DROSE 11, and the Dame 7s. Those are my top tractions for the Adidas line. If your priority is traction and you want to get an Adidas sneaker, I would highly suggest the DROSE 11 and the Dame 7s. And as for the rubber compound of the traction, I think it's a little bit flimsy, but outdoor use every now and then I think is safe for the DROSE 11. It's not too soft, but it's not too hard either. As for the weight of the DROSE 11, it is 450 grams, which is surprising on an Adidas sneaker. It's usually heavy, given it's a mid-cut sneaker, just around 450 grams. So it's pretty lightweight for a mid-cut sneaker. And I think one of the factors is the light strike foam is lighter compared to a bounce and a boost sole. So it really made the DROSE 11 light, plus the ripstop material that they use, which they use in the majority part of the upper of the DROSE 11. And as for the price of the DROSE 11, it's 6,000 pesos, but I got it for 3,000 pesos. So that's around 60 bucks. So that's a pretty bang for your buck for the performance that you'll be getting from the DROSE 11. If you're into a mid-cut sneaker, light strike foam, which is bounce in the forefoot and a very nice impact protection on the heel, plus a very nice court feel, responsiveness, plus a good traction that you'll be getting from the DROSE 11. So not bad for a discounted sneaker. So that's my overall performance review of the DROSE 11. Let me know what you think about this sneaker. Hit me a comment down below. This has been Mark once again. Thank you for dropping by. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.